Welcome everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain how to make a UI mechanism to the game. So why it is really recommended to you to make UI before making your gameplay. Why? Because creating a UI and assigning the functions to them is takes a very less time than making a gameplay. So in this video, I'm going to explain how to make a canvas in very less time. Let's get started. So I have empty blank project, and here and it is in Android, and I have currently two scripts. It is regarding the canvas based. And the first thing what I am going to do is how to create the canvas. So um, taking this as a sample screen, to suppose take it as a menu scene. Okay, let's take to create a canvas. To do I and create a canvas in canvas. So a canvas will be displayed like here. So there is keep this render mode screen space slash overlay hyphen overlay, and the sort order should be 0. Don't need to change that. So in this canvas we can able to place buttons, text, sliders, input field, every almost most of the things are present here. So let's create a simple button called button.testNest and import this TMP essentials here. So here there is a button is created using this is called TMP button. So the text will be really clear. Text mesh pro text is really clear. So go to and let's keep it as play. So we are going to create a menu scene, and after now I'm going to create a menu scene. After the menu scene will meet. So I have created a menu scene. So here there are the buttons, and there is a one more, and there is a text element right here above here. So you can able to modify whatever you like. So when you can able to rename these buttons right here, so that it can be very easy for you. Okay, next step what I am going to do is how to create a scene. So to create a scene, right click here, right here, and create the two scene. So there will be a new scene. Okay, let's name it as a gameplay scene. And similar, uh, make sure that the scene should be hyphen. There will be no problem of how you can name however you can. And let's create these four scenes: settings, help, and about. Let's create the three scenes now. Now I have created three more scenes here, and remain this to menu. Keep the spelling correct so that we can use this type of spelling in the scripts. So when I open, see here, when I am open game scene, it will display like this. Okay, creating one more time. You can keep auto size so that it can able to auto size. You can able to adjust here minimum 18, maximum 72 like that. So um, so this is you can able to see on the game. So when I go into gameplay scene, so I am launched into another scene. So let's create a game right here. Okay, now here I have created a scene to explain more simple to you. So this is the score, and this is the pass button in the game. Suppose if you are going to start a game, and if you are playing, your score will be increased. Why? Because you will kick the enemies, or you will go to some distance, and score will be increasing. So I am going to increase this score. Let me demonstrate here. So player starts the game. The player is playing and he is gaining the score. So okay, 1, 2, 3. So if he want to pause the game, so I click the pause. So it shows a pause panel. I want to resume it again, uh, and he's again playing. He's scoring, and finally he game over. That means he ends the game. So for so he ends the game. So there the continue panel display like that. If he wants to continue, if he clicks continue, or otherwise it will show the game over. So you want to play it again, you can play it again by clicking on retry. There's something wrong right there. So I fixed it again. So if I click the retry, it reloads the scene again. So let's get started to create these screens. Now I am going to in these panels right now. So I have now having just a game canvas scene, and I have included a text called score, a text, and these buttons, but and these four buttons. These buttons you can able to name it. I don't name it. This is used to increase the score, decrease the score, and it's pause and this end the game. So to first of all we will implement the pause menu. Before doing that, let's go to create empty game object and go to view manager, and there is a script right here. Let's drag this to here. So there are four things: score, high score, cast menu, and game more menu. Let's go to pass menu. How to create this thing? So to create pass menu, you need to activate and deactivate the pass menu. uh, first, so let's create a game object again and create pause game pause. So in this pause, right click on the pause and create a canvas. I'm going to name as pause canvas. So in this pause canvas, I want to create a panel. So let's see, let's the background should be white color. Okay, it is okay. See, if you observe here, the pause is really above the game canvas. So because the game canvas and this canvas are same in order. So keep this sort order to one for task canvas so that it will be above the game canvas. And we are going to create two buttons, pause and resume. And so I have created a pause canvas with two buttons, resume and quit. And similarly we will create panels for continue and game over panels. Create empty from game object and go to and keep this, name it as continue panel, and go to okay. It is better to keep it straight as panel. Why? Because I can it is automatically creates a panel right there. So again you are seeing that pass and end the game is above the continue panel. So let's keep this sort order to one. So and here I am going to create a slider. The size is really small. Keep it this 4 is to 3 and keep it this y is to 4 so that we can able to see that clearly. So I'm going to remove the handle slide area, and I want to keep fill area as it is. Um, and go to slider, and the max value should be 5. And after, I will create a buttons for continue and a text called continue. So right click on canvas, click UI, and go to text mesh group. And I want to create this button also, button text mesh group. Okay, now I have created a continue text and along with the continue button, so that if a game is over, we can ask the player like, shall we continue the game or not? So let's disable this and create an empty game object for game over. And create a, I will go, now I'm going to create a panel, a canvas for game over. Similarly, I have created a game over panel. So here I included score text, high score text, and these two numbers are these two text are responsible for displaying the scores. And here is the retry button, and here is the back button. So we have created three panels for in this gameplay: pause, control panel, and game over. So we want to control the game using these panels, and and when the game, and we need to create the mechanisms for all over the game. So here, let's go to, let's create a game object right here, and I have already created a gameplay script right here. Okay, now when I go to the scripts, so here these two are the community manager scripts or gameplay scripts. Now I am going, first of all, let add, take this button and add this from here. You will see on click on this plus button, and click on the gameplay. On the gameplay, I need to change the score to 1. So if I keep like this, so it will execute this method, not this method, this method. So here, so the score will be increasing, and I can able to increase the score. Similarly, for this button and this minus button, I'm going to do the same method. I'm going to access the same method, and I have to keep it as -1. I, because when I click on this thing, this is minus sign, right? So I want to, if I click the button, the number will be decreased. So for the pass, they go um, to menu manager and click pass. And for the ending the game, go to menu gameplay, because when I end the game, it should display the this panel script. So um, for that I have assigned gameplay to here. So for the gameplay, I'm going to click this continue panel. So let's go to this gameplay object. We need to assign these things, and for the score text, this is, here it is. Let's assign this to here and start continue. For continue panel, so I am going to introduce this continue panel right here. Contour slider. So I have created already a contour slider. So I want to introduce right here. So, and let's go to menu manager. So for the pause menu, I want to keep this as pause menu, pause, and for the game over menu, and for the high score, I have initiated right here. So I want to assign this, and for the score, I have assigned this here. So, and a couple of things you should go to change the game is in this here. The game should be continue panel, and the tick button should be checked. And for here in this continue panel, let's enable this thing. So there is a continue button. So let's click on this and assign this gameplay manager right here and go to gameplay, full continue panel, and keep this thing to unchecked. So and final and similarly for the pass button, um, go to this thing and assign no manager to here. Why? Because it has resume. Keep click on resume and for the quick pop, go to menu manager and go to the back button. So it will take you to the menu if you click on the quit. So we are all set right now. So let's play the game. So if I click this, I am going to increasing my score, and I want to pass the game. I can resume it. So if I ending the game, it will check that we can able to continue. So let's continue game, and the score is still now 4, and I want to increase the score. And if I were going to end the game, so let's wait for the ladder to finish. So the score is 6 and high score is 6. So if I going, so here we have one more error. The error is here there is a retry button. So we didn't assign the retry button. So go to menu and yes, assign the menu manager right here. And in menu manager, I want to assign this retry. So even for the back button, I want to initialize the menu manager and go to back. I go to back. So this is how we need to assign and we need to end the game. So and let's continue this and click on end the game. Let's wait for continue and click on retry. And again, I want to increase the score to the 8. Let's click continue. That's 8. Okay, now the source 8 and the high score is also 8. Oh yes, now we have successfully implemented this thing. And one more thing, what I want to do is let's create a back button right here. So I have created a back button here, and I have sent the function to the back button. And so we have completed the gameplay past menu and main and game over menu and continue menu. So everything is working fine. And let's send the scene right now. Before changing the scene, keep this menu manager into this prefab so that we can use it somewhere. So go to menu, and here we can able to set these things, set the mechanisms for play button settings, help and exit, and whatever. Click on the play and go to prefabs and assign this to menu manager and click on play, and we are going to in the menu manager. I was um, we need to create a loading screen. Go to scene and create a new scene like loading scene, and from here create a UI for better understanding, and this text, and so here I should keep it as loading. Now I'm going to create a new game object. So, so I have already created this load scene here. So it will take you to the next scene, and go to the menu scene right now. And for the play, set this thing, set this menu manager, and from menu manager go to play and go to settings, click on plus button, menu manager, go to settings. Similarly for the help, click on go to menu manager, and I have keep it here at a tutorial right here. So and for this exit, I'm going to choose it as menu manager and choose it as exit. So like that we should keep for this four buttons. If you want to add additional button, you can able to you can and, add some sort of button like about. So I have created a about button and I have assigned a function to the about. So what I am going to do now is go to file build settings. We need to build these settings in order. So go to the gameplay and then go to the about name and go to help and go to settings, and last one I am going to add loading scene. So after adding these things into the build settings, so let's run the game. So yeah, loading scene is because it is not being added to build settings. So the reason why, because we named the scene correct. So let's remove here and keep it as loading scene. And I guess we need to do one more thing. Yes, yes. So that's why. So when I go to click play, it loads the game, and it starts the game. And when I click the back button again, and it's and again I'm going to come back to the game. So when I go to click settings, settings is not completed. So let's go to settings now. One more thing I want to add is when I'm going to click an exit button, it should display a pop-up message like whether you are going to exit or not. So I'm going to create a canvas for that event too, and I will start creating right now. So I have created a canvas pop-up regarding whether you're going to quit a game or not. And here it is a canvas what I have did. So let's disable this thing, you know, and assign this exit button. So this, and for this exit button, I'm doing set the middle for exit. And for now, I guess it is better to keep the intermediate manager here. And if I disable this exit right now and go to settings right here. So let's check it out once more in the menu. So it's isn't working. The reason why, because I didn't initialize your exit menu. So create exit menu right here. So if I'm going to make it exit, yes, are you sure? Yes, it's going to be exit. Or no, it will reload the scene again. So and I can do one more thing. So it's going to reload the scene again. So uh, the next thing what I want to do is go to settings, and you are going to create a audio volume for the game. So let's create a slider right here. I have created a slider. So change the side to 3 and I was for the slider. Now what? So we have created a slider, and we need to create some necessary elements. So I have set as set the audio text and settings and back button right here. So what I'm going to do is I want to create a new mixer. This is called audio mixer. That means I'm going to create a folder and I want to create here. So here it is called here it is audio mixer. So name it as game mixer. So for this game mixer, we are going to enter into game mixer. So this so what we want to do is I want to set the sound when I change the slider. For suppose for this slider, if I'm going to increase this value, the volume should change. If I'm going to decrease the value, the volume will change like that. So first open this master, and for in attenuation, right side to the volume, click right click and expose volume of master to script. So it is exposed, and here in this exposed parameters, so we should rename this to master volume. So here I have a audio manager script. So I'm going to create empty audio manager, and in this audio manager I'm going to add the audio manager script. So it needs a mixer and master slider. So for the mixer I'm going to choose this a mixer. For the slider I'm going to choose the slider. So keep here the minimum value is -80, the max is 0, and I in one value change to click on this plus button and add this audio manager right here, and we are going to audio manager, and we need to change the update master value. So if we look at update master volume in audio manager, so when I'm going to update it, it will change set the value to this key. So here there is master volume. So we need to type according to this. So for the audio mixer, change like that. Okay, because it's not so good. So I'm going to click the play button. Now you observe the master volume is decreasing and increasing. So by the way, we can able to change the audio. So and we are going to change the button to the add the function to the button. So what we have now is, so go to prefabs and drag the menu manager right there, and so add this menu manager to the button, and now going to click the back. So for the settings, I have implemented the settings right now, and so let's how to add the music into the game for the easier process. So let's go to gameplay, and I'm going to create an empty game object called audio manager, and in this I'm going to add an audio source. For this audio source, here this is audio source. So this component is responsible for um, playing the sound when an audio clip is provided into here. It plays that audio clip. It can loop. It can do a lot of things for the game. So let's get an audio clip from my folder, and I'll meet you later. So here I have imported a audio clip. So I want to play this audio clip into this scene. So what I want to do is, let's drag this post intro into here, this audio source, and for the audio mixer group, because I have already created audio mixer group. So and when we start playing this scene, So it is just plays sometime. Why? Because it does audio length is very less. And why don't we keep it loop? Okay, now the volume is at medium level right now. And if I'm going to settings, okay, let's save this thing. And audio volume is really so high. And let's test this audio down to zero and click back. And when I'm going to play this game, and let's load the screen. It doesn't. I can't able to listen the music. The reason why, because I have reduced the volume to zero, so that's why it doesn't play the music. So here there's 80. So these are the minimum things you should do before making your core mechanic of your game, so that you can able to make games much faster and much productive. So hope you like this video, and I'm going to stop this recording.